Hi, my name is Ethan Hart. I am the BGSO choir director. I have been for about 5 or 6 years, although I've been in the orchestra for 10. Before I was the choir director, I played bass guitar, I played trombone, I think I played a little bit of tuba at some point, just a little bit of everything. I came on either the first or second rehearsal, at the very start. Tad, the director, we were besties in college, and he said, "Hey, like, we're doing a thing. We're gonna go read video game music and play." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, I'm a music major. I got nothing better to do on a Wednesday night." And so yeah, we hopped in the car, drove into Baltimore, and yeah, I've been with it ever since. I used to play other instruments for the first couple of years of BGSO, and put my music degree to good use. But at some point, the previous choir director was moving on. I think he was maybe moving out of state, and wouldn't be the choir director anymore. And when we were looking around at who was in the membership and who had the skills needed to do it, I kind of realized, oh, it's me. I have to do it. And I've always liked singing. I sang in choir since I was in middle school. It's not what I went to school for, but I did go to school for music, and I'm really glad that I took this on. In terms of location, we've changed quite a few times. When we first started meeting, we were meeting in like a theater, like a very small black box type theater. It was just sort of an unusual location, but it happened to be close to Kira's house at the time. And since then, we were at Kira's school, we were at the church next to Kira's school, and eventually we finally landed here in Dundalk. And yeah, I'd say that was one of the biggest changes. The other more obvious change is just the size of the orchestra. I mean, those first couple of meetings were 10 or less people, and now we're in the I don't even know, 70s, 80s. And when I first took over as choir director, the choir was pretty small, maybe 6 to 8 people, and we fluctuated in size. But I remember there was one rehearsal I came, and there were me and 3 other people, and we're all just like, all right, this is the choir, it's the 4 of us. And since then we've had a tremendous amount of growth. I think we're up to about 18 or so in choir. It's amazing, super happy. The first time we were in the War Memorial, I think it's a beautiful venue. I'm excited to perform there again this year. It's one of the more exciting places we've performed with the BGSO. Another good memory was this past summer, when, because of the BGSO, a lot of us in the choir were able to go and sing with the BSO, the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, which I always say is, those people we get confused for sometimes. And that was really cool, getting to go sing in a big choir of 50 plus people singing video game music with the BSO. That was another good memory. Lastly, I would say during the pandemic, the fact that we kept going and we were able to do like whole virtual concerts, like, I thought that was really neat. Gave me some invaluable experience. So I chose Promised Land, which is from, okay, so here's the thing. At the time that we first did Promised Land, it's from Final Fantasy VII, not the game. It's from the movie Advent Children. So at the time, it was technically like an illegal selection for BGSO. It's not from a video game. But now, since they remade Final Fantasy VII, they put Promised Land into the remake. Therefore, it is backdoor. It is now a legal selection as a piece we can play, as a piece of video game music. I picked it because ever since, even when I was in high school, I had heard this piece, and I thought it was just one of the most lovely pieces of choir music. And when we went to perform it, I realized, okay, our choir is pretty small at the time. Like I said, we were like 8 or so. I'm like, we need more people. And I know people in the orchestra sing. So that was the first piece we did, what we call mega choir, where we invite people from the orchestra who like to sing to come and sing with us. And that made it a really magical experience. We actually, I could be wrong, but I think our first performance was in a church setting, and it just really projected well in there. And that stuck with me as like, yeah, this is what I come to BGSO for, is to do some cool a cappella music. You know what? I really hope we're around in 10 years, because I remember, once again, when I was in high school, I used to be in a community band, just a little community band, played a lot of like patriotic tunes and stuff. And it was a ton of old people. And at the time, the band was about as old as me. No, sorry, it was older than me. Like, I was a teenager. The band was like 25 some years old. And I was like, wow, like a group that goes on for that long. And a lot of the people were there had been there for 25 years, and they were just still into it. It was just something they really like to do. And, I hope we're kind of like that, whatever changes happen, it's still just a bunch of us kicking around and making music together and, letting people come and get a chance to do that too. It's probably not for absolutely everybody. There's certainly been people that have come and said, you know what, this isn't my scene. Like some people want a slightly different experience with their music, but for the people that are into it and this is what they want to do, like this is such a special thing in that way. Is like, we're going to play video game music, and like you really only need like a high school or less level of music education, and we'll take you the rest of the way. Like we'll figure it out. Like we get to do stuff that is stuff I did, like difficulty level of stuff I did in college with just a bunch of community people, and it's super fun. We have a really good time, and I don't know, it seems sustainable. It's not like a short-term endeavor. It's like, yeah, like great season, ready for the next one. Like I don't know, I'm in for a long time and a good time. I think that something I like about our repertoire and the kind of music we do is that it's a mix of like, I know that piece, and also like I've never really heard this one, but like it's cool, I like it. And getting to draw in a variety of people, different ages. We got older video game music, newer video game music, and I think that captures a lot of different audiences. And I think regardless of whether or not you know the piece, I think you're going to be in for a good time, because we try to put on a high level of performance and make it a good show. I feel like so many of my performances in my life have been through BGSO, and I've really learned to just like take them as they come. Every performance has different things about it, and at this point I just feel really comfortable as a performer. I'm like, you know what, if it's good, if it's not good, whatever, we tried. Like it's gonna, whatever we do, we're in for like a fun time, and still putting on a good performance. Like I've become very comfortable as a performer in a lot of different settings just by being here and being with these people. As far as why it's important, that is a great question. I know it is important to me because I've been here for 10 years, and that's like most of my adult life at this point has just been being here in this orchestra. I think that I've made a lot of really good friends here, and I hope that people can have that opportunity in this group, is to come and like meet some potentially lifelong friends here. Legitimately, I've made most of my friend circle is here. So I think that's really important to me, is that I'm doing something with people that I love, and we're doing something together that we love, and that I think that shows through in the endeavors that we put on.